You've been through it all, haven't you? The kind of battles that leave no part of you untouched, the kind of struggles that others only read about but never truly understand. Yet, here you are, still standing, still fighting, still rising. This isn't about pretending you're invincible, it's about embracing the truth of what you've endured and knowing it's shaped you into someone stronger than even you once believed possible. They saw your scars and thought they knew your story, but they could never grasp the depth of your journey. They mistook your resilience for fragility, your quiet strength for vulnerability. What they couldn't see was that the very fires meant to destroy you became the flames that forged you into something unbreakable. Every setback, every betrayal, every whispered doubt from those who underestimated you, it didn't weaken you. It awakened a force they never expected. You faced trials that would have broken others, but they became the foundation for your growth. Betrayal, envy, and attempts to dim your light only revealed how steadfast your spirit truly is. Your strength isn't borrowed or bestowed. It's earned, battle after battle, in ways no one else could endure. And when the shadows crept in, when the voices of fear and doubt sought to consume you, you didn't falter. You leaned into your faith, your purpose, your resolve, transforming every attack into fuel for your ascent. Your story isn't just one of survival. It's proof that resilience isn't about avoiding the storm. It's about standing tall in the eye of it, knowing you are the calm, the strength, and the force that cannot be silenced. The world seems relentless in its demand for compliance, urging you to abandon your unique path and merge into the monotonous flow. Yet, you've chosen the arduous trails, rejecting the allure of settling for less. Your purpose isn't to fit into the mundane, it's to transcend it. Let them misjudge your resolve or falter in their petty designs. Their grasp could never hold you. While chaos engulfs everything around, you remain the unwavering force, navigating the turbulence with precision and intention. You weren't shaped to echo the disorder, but to pierce through it, silencing the unnecessary and elevating above. Where others stumble, ensnared by confusion and unrest, you advance. The disorder doesn't deter you, it defines your resilience. Every distraction aimed to obscure your vision only sharpens your determination. As the crowd succumbs to noise, you stride forward, transforming chaos into a foundation for progress. Disarray isn't an adversary, it's a reservoir of untapped potential. You extract meaning from the clamor, crafting a purpose so compelling it demands attention. Uncertainty may fracture the resolve of many, yet you stand firm, an unwavering beacon that others instinctively turn toward without fully understanding why. What you embody isn't mere optimism. It's a living testament, a testament to the undeniable strength that emerges even when chaos roars and shadows threaten to consume. Adversity has stripped away every pretense, revealing the unyielding core of who you are. In that crucible, you've unearthed a truth known to those who refuse to be defeated by hardship. The power to shape meaning from struggle lies within. When the world around you falls into disarray, you do not ask why. You ask, what must be done? This mindset transforms anguish into resolve, barriers into stepping stones. Pain does not define you, it hones you. Each trial becomes another thread in a tapestry of resilience. No force can suppress the ability to choose your response. No shadow can obscure your capacity to ignite brilliance in the face of despair. Like those who turn challenges into triumphs, you possess the same ability to craft a legacy born of resolve. The flames designed to destroy you only forge your strength, revealing a soul that refuses to bend. You exist not to surrender, but to ascend. The strength born from hardship is a force unlike any other. Attempts to suppress it often serve as its greatest catalyst. When the world tries to dim your light, it inadvertently fans the flames of your resilience. Challenges have sought to silence you, to strip you of what makes you whole. But those very trials are the forge of your transformation. Scars, once seen as marks of vulnerability, now shine as symbols of fortitude. They do not quiet your essence, they magnify it, reaching places you never imagined possible. You faced the kind of battles that leave nothing untouched. And yet, within that struggle, there is rebirth. What was meant to diminish you instead crystallized your purpose, giving clarity to what truly matters. Like the resilient spirit that turns every wound into a source of power, you too can rise from every attempt to shatter you. Strength is not the absence of hardship, it's the refusal to yield to it. The fire within you is unquenchable. Oppression may aim to silence, but it can never extinguish your will. Every step forward is a testament to your defiance, a refusal to let the pain dictate your destiny. Triumph is not survival alone. It is turning every act of resistance into an unshakable legacy. The obstacles in your path don't define you. They reveal your unmatched capacity to overcome. The indomitable spirit defies even the greatest forces that seek to bury it. Stripped of everything, there are those who rise not in defiance of the fall, but because of it. Their resurgence is a testament to a force greater than defeat, a living reminder that nothing can permanently shadow what is meant to illuminate. Your story mirrors this unyielding truth. Each time life attempts to stifle your light, you transform that attempt into fuel, creating a brilliance that transcends the grasp of oppression. What you endure is not merely survival, it is a reclamation, a rewriting of the narrative that dared to undermine your strength. Your victories, your laughter, your unyielding spirit, these are the ultimate rebukes to the forces that sought to suppress you. Every forward step declares that no blow, no shadow, no force of resistance can truly hold you. You don't just move through adversity, you rise above it. Challenges don't just test you, they fortify your resolve. Against all odds, you flourish, embodying a defiance so profound it cannot be ignored. Your resilience transforms opposition into nothing more than an afterthought in the face of your boundless potential. Unstoppable and unwavering, you remain the force that nothing and no one can diminish. Strength isn't born from comfort. It's forged in the depths where few dare to tread. Pain doesn't ask for your consent. It tears through your being, altering your essence in ways that can never be undone. But what some call ruin, you call rebirth. The mind doesn't collapse under the weight. It reconstructs itself, sharpening your instincts and solidifying your resolve. Those moments of hesitation are replaced with decisive action, and emotions that once tethered you now become your guiding force. This isn't survival. It's reinvention. Growth born from adversity isn't a fantasy. It's a reality you've lived. The struggles you've faced have not broken you. They've reshaped your understanding of what it means to endure. Your resilience isn't innate. It's built, brick by brick, through the trials you've faced. The scars you carry aren't reminders of weakness, but symbols of transformation, each one a testament to your ability to rise. Trauma may leave its imprint, but it doesn't define you. It refines you. It enhances your ability to adapt, to empathize, to navigate the challenges ahead with a clarity others may never know. The storms you've weathered have not weakened your foundation. They've strengthened it, turning you into a force that cannot be swayed. What sought to end you has instead elevated you. You are no longer just someone who endures. You are a creator of a future shaped by your own hands, unafraid and unwavering. Your resilience is not hidden. It's encoded in every mark you carry. The depths of your struggles have sculpted you into someone who perceives the world with an intensity others shy away from. Where most avoid discomfort, you confront it, unearthing insights that transform pain into wisdom. This ability to turn adversity into strength sets you apart. It sharpens your perception, deepens your empathy, and grants you clarity in the midst of chaos. Those who misunderstand your quiet strength mistake it for fragility. They don't see that your composure is not submission, but mastery, your stillness not inaction, but preparation. What they dismiss as softness is precision. What they see as vulnerability is a weapon forged from experience. The depth of your emotions is not a liability, but a source of unparalleled strength, enabling you to cut through superficiality and respond with calculated purpose. The scars you bear are not remnants of loss, they are evidence of triumph. Each one is a testament to a battle fought and a lesson learned. They underestimate you because they cannot comprehend the courage required to transform survival into empowerment. Let them misjudge you. It only serves to amplify their astonishment when you emerge, stronger and more unyielding than ever. You are not just a survivor. You are an unstoppable force, wielding the strength born from every challenge you have faced. People often doubt what they cannot understand, and your aspirations were no exception. When you spoke of your vision, their responses were not of encouragement, but of dismissal, cloaked in skepticism. Their questions, "Why bother?" or "Do you think that's realistic?" were not just words, but walls meant to box you in. At first, their disbelief stung, their ridicule echoing louder than any internal doubts you carried. Those you expected to champion your cause instead became its loudest detractors. But their doubts became the very embers that stoked your determination. The solitude of being misunderstood became a proving ground, not a barrier. You stopped seeking validation from others and turned inward, letting the fire of your conviction guide each step. The whispers of doubt turned into a quiet roar in your mind, not as discouragement, but as a challenge. You shifted from wanting to change their minds to building your dream for its own sake. And as your persistence bore fruit, the narrative shifted. The same voices that dismissed your journey fell silent, replaced by a reluctant awe they could no longer mask. Their disbelief has transformed, not because they suddenly understood, but because your reality became undeniable. To anyone facing doubt, let it shape your resolve rather than shake it. The path isn't theirs to see, and the vision belongs to you alone. Keep moving forward. Someday, your achievements will outshine their skepticism, proving not just them wrong, but your belief right. Dear brothers and sisters, the peace of God be with you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporary concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the super thank you button and donate $100, this gesture will come back to you 100-fold in abundance. Your hardships are not obstacles. They are the stepping stones of your journey. True strength is never born in ease, but is tempered in the crucible of trials. Consider the story of someone cast aside, betrayed by those closest to them, and thrown into darkness meant to destroy them. Each setback seemed final, yet each was a lesson, a preparation for something greater. They rose not through fortune, but through the quiet endurance that reshaped their pain into power. Their challenges became the foundation for a future no one could predict, a rise that defied every expectation. Your own struggles carry the same potential. Every blow, every moment of despair has been refining you, strengthening the parts of yourself that others cannot see. Those who judge only see the surface, the fall, the setbacks, but they do not understand the transformation happening beneath. Resilience is not the absence of struggle. It's the decision to keep climbing, no matter how deep the fall. It's the unwavering belief that every trial holds a hidden purpose, every loss a chance for renewal. You are not defined by what has happened to you, but by what you have created from it. The scars you bear are not signs of weakness. They are symbols of survival and proof of the strength that lies within. Each step forward becomes a map for those who follow, lighting the way for those who feel lost in their own pain. Your rise is more than personal. It becomes a beacon for others. The same pain that once sought to silence you now amplifies your voice, a voice that resonates deeply with those who need to hear it. Your legacy is not just survival, but the unshakable strength to transform what was meant to break you into the foundation of greatness. Each challenge you've faced has been a stepping stone, shaping you into more than just a survivor. You've become a pioneer. You've proven that adversity is not the end, but the beginning of transformation. You are the one who breaks the cycle. The burdens that weighed down those before you end with your resolve. Patterns of pain and silence that stretched across generations falter under your strength. You've refused to inherit what wasn't yours to carry, transforming it into a legacy of hope for those yet to come. Healing generational wounds requires a depth of courage that few possess, yet it offers a reward far greater than the pain endured. Through your determination, you've not only liberated yourself, but rewritten the narrative for the future. Each choice you make to rise above despair, to choose growth over stagnation, shifts what is possible, not just for you, but for those who will follow your lead. Your journey is not merely about mending, it's about creating something entirely new, where once there was only struggle. Your scars are not remnants of suffering, but tools of creation. They drive you to produce art, words, and acts of defiance that transcend the pain that once sought to define you. Where others see obstacles, you uncover opportunities. Where silence once reigned, your voice resonates with undeniable strength. Every piece of your story becomes a thread in a tapestry that inspires and connects, showing others that pain is not an endpoint, but a source of transformation. What you build is more than inspiration. It's a bridge. The energy you channel into your creations becomes a lifeline for those lost in their own trials. Your work doesn't just reflect your experiences, it stirs a dormant power in others, calling them to step into their strength. You are both the architect and the catalyst, transforming suffering into purpose and ensuring that your legacy is one of empowerment. Your truth does not remain contained. It reverberates outward, breaking barriers and opening pathways for others to heal and rise. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1:5. Imagine a lantern in a storm, its flame flickering but never extinguished, defying the winds that howl around it. That's what advocacy born of hardship looks like, a steady light that cuts through the deepest shadows. Your journey wasn't just about survival, it was about transformation. What was meant to silence you became the very spark that fuels your voice, a voice that now speaks life and hope into the hearts of others. When you share your story, you're not just recounting events, you're holding up a mirror to those who've been crushed under the weight of their own struggles. You're showing them that their pain, their wounds, their trials are not the end. They're the beginning of something greater. Like a seed buried in the dirt, what looked like the end was simply a place for growth. Your advocacy isn't a gesture of sympathy, it's an act of power. It takes the broken pieces of what tried to destroy you and uses them to build bridges for others. You don't just comfort, you lead. You take despair and shape it into strength, creating a path where none existed before. The scars you carry are more than reminders of battles fought. They're markers of victory. They tell a story not of defeat, but of resilience. They show others that pain doesn't have to define you. It can refine you, prepare you for something greater. And when you rise, you don't rise alone. You extend your hand to those still in the shadows, offering not pity, but a way forward. This is what it means to be chosen, not to avoid the fire, but to come through it stronger, refined, and ready to lead others out of their own darkness. Your voice is a beacon. Your story is proof that wounds can heal, that purpose can grow from pain, and that no storm, no trial, no shadow is greater than the light within you. When you speak, your words do more than recount. They unlock doors for those who feel trapped in silence. Your narrative becomes a guide, a lifeline for those who believe their battles are insurmountable. Each trial you've faced, each moment of endurance, builds a map that others can follow out of their own darkness. Your voice carries the proof that survival isn't just achievable, it's transformative. You embody the reality that no wound is meaningless. Every hardship has sharpened your ability to uplift, to inspire, and to create a ripple of change that extends beyond yourself. Through your advocacy, others rediscover their own strength, and together, a network of resilience grows. Your story isn't just your own. It is a collective call to rise, proving that the echoes of one voice can ignite an unstoppable movement. Strength is not measured by the pain you've endured, nor is resilience simply the result of surviving hardship. The idea that adversity alone creates strength dismisses the complexity of healing and the necessity of balance. True strength is not found in enduring for the sake of endurance, but in recognizing when to step back, seek support, and rebuild. As enduring as the human spirit can be, it is not invincible. It thrives through rest, connection, and intentional healing. Suffering is not inherently transformative. Without space for recovery, pain can trap rather than teach. Not every wound brings wisdom. Some leave only reminders of their depth. Growth requires more than survival. It demands the willingness to address the pain, to ask for help, and to invest in self-awareness. Building resilience is not about carrying every burden alone, but about knowing when to lean on others, when to prioritize healing, and when to let go of what no longer serves you. True resilience is a delicate balance. It's the courage to acknowledge your needs and the strength to prioritize your well-being. It's understanding that leadership born from struggle is not about holding titles or enduring for recognition. It's about embodying a quiet strength that inspires others to find their own path forward. When you rise after adversity, your actions become a testament to what's possible. Communities are moved by those who show that survival is more than a struggle. It's a triumph made real through healing, support, and the determination to thrive. Resilience is not in the scars themselves, but in the way they remind you that recovery is the ultimate strength. History has shown that true leadership is defined not by position, but by the ability to transform adversity into progress. Figures who emerged from immense challenges have demonstrated that hardship can be a forge for legacy. Whether standing firm against oppressive forces or uniting communities in their darkest hours, these individuals proved that resilience is a catalyst for change. Your capacity to endure does more than preserve your spirit. It becomes a lesson for those who follow. The next generation sees in your actions that obstacles are not the end, but the beginning of growth. The strength you cultivate ripples outward, shaping movements, inspiring progress, and reminding others that resilience is the foundation of transformation. From adversity comes more than survival, it yields creation. Those who overcome challenges often build systems of support, craft art that speaks to the human spirit, or establish communities that empower others. Through your endurance, you do more than live. You carve pathways for others to navigate their own struggles. Leadership born of hardship resonates across time, leaving behind more than words. It leaves a foundation. What you overcome becomes a story, not just of personal triumph, but of the collective strength humanity is capable of. Your actions become a beacon, a reminder that even the greatest struggles can lead to legacies of change and hope for the future. Strength is often a collective force, built not in isolation, but through the connections that sustain you. In the moments when life feels overwhelming, it is the hands that hold you steady and the voices that remind you of your worth that offer the most profound support. Community doesn't erase the burden, but it lessens its weight, making what seemed impossible feel achievable. Those who stand by you, believing in your capacity even when you doubt it, fuel a resilience you thought was lost. This power of connection transcends individuals and becomes transformative on a larger scale. In the aftermath of upheaval, whether it's disaster or conflict, shared pain gives rise to shared strength. Entire communities find ways to rebuild, turning collective despair into a force for change. In these moments, resilience isn't just personal. It becomes a unified act of creation, proving that bonds forged through adversity can surpass what was lost. The strength you draw from others doesn't just heal you, it echoes outward, becoming a source of guidance for those who still struggle. Survivors do more than endure. They become teachers, offering their journey as proof that survival is possible and that rising is within reach. By leaning into the support of others and offering your own in return, you create a chain of resilience that magnifies strength. This shared power transforms not only individual lives, but entire communities. It becomes a legacy, a reminder that no challenge is insurmountable when met with unity. Together, survival turns into triumph, and the strength built through these connections becomes unshakable. They underestimated you because they could never grasp your essence. What they feared wasn't just your strength, but the potential they knew they could never control. But you were never shaped for their understanding. You were meant to transcend it. Those who are destined for greatness don't crumble, they transform. Every effort to diminish you only forged your resolve. Each challenge became a stepping stone, propelling you towards something they couldn't foresee. Your journey has never been a product of coincidence. The trials you've endured weren't meant to destroy you. They were the fire that refined you, strengthening every part of who you are. Your resilience isn't an accident. It's a purpose manifested, a force unshaken by their doubts. What tried to hold you back failed because it couldn't compete with the unrelenting power within you. You stand here, not as a survivor, but as a force of nature. The struggles that sought to consume you have only amplified your brilliance. This is your time to rise, to own the narrative that was always yours. Every scar, every lesson has built an unyielding foundation. And now you carry not just your story, but the capacity to inspire others to find their own strength. You don't just endure adversity, you redefine it. You've become the momentum that others will follow, a symbol of what's possible when failure isn't accepted. It's time to show the world the magnitude of a spirit that refuses to be silenced. You are not simply weathering the storm, you are the force that commands it. Let your presence speak volumes, and let the echoes of your triumph resound.